We're very grateful to all of you for allowing us to take over your school for this very short but very important civic business. Today, we are facing one of the most significant threats to Oregon's economy, environment, and our way of life. It's global climate change. Knowing how important it is for Oregonians to act on climate change, a wide range of stakeholders came to the table. Working together, they found a path to best equip our state with the energy resource mix of the future. Now Oregon will be less reliant on fossil fuels and shift our focus to clean energy. I must say, I am so very proud of Oregon, my Oregon, today. Congratulations.
We're happy to see it passed and happy to be here to see the governor sign it today. We've been working hard for it. It's an important piece of legislation. Coal is a financial risk to utilities and their customers, and by phasing coal out over the next 25 years and replacing it with renewables, we'll do a lot to protect customers from high costs of carbon reduction and clean air. So this is a big plus for Oregon customers, and we were happy to participate in it.
Well, this is an exciting day for Oregon. This is a path towards a cleaner Oregon energy future. We're real excited about the collaborative process and the work that went together to make this legislation happen today. We're now going to have to work closely with the Oregon Public Utility Commission, our stakeholders, to really ensure that we implement this policy in a way that produces environmental benefits, manages the cost and price impacts to our customers, and ultimately ensures the reliability of the electric grid.
This legislation is really serious leadership for the state of Oregon. As a native Oregonian, I could tell you that what we did here is really consistent with our Oregon values. It's going to be something that benefits the economy and the environment of the state, both the west side where the businesses will help develop renewable resources and the east side where those resources will be deployed. So we think this is a serious win for the state.
This was, I think, the most important piece of legislation, one of the most important pieces of legislation that we passed this session. It sets the tone for Oregon being a leader in clean energy and reducing coal, getting it out of our electricity mix. And this is important to me as a mom with 2 young children, knowing that this is important to their future, but also for what it says about Oregon and the priorities that people here have to have clean, healthy air. I'm really proud of the work that we've done on this.
Well, as I stand here in the school and I consider my own young kids, I'm really grateful that this legislation really puts us on a path for a sustainable energy future here in Oregon. Pacific Power has been a leader in renewable energy for a number of years. We started this transition off of coal towards cleaner sources about 10 years ago. And what this legislation does is set a very clear target for us to move that forward on an accelerated basis and still meet our core goals of affordable and reliable power.
The Northwest Energy Coalition is proud to have been a part of the collaborative process that led to this legislation. Stakeholders with diverse perspectives came together to create a law that will enhance Oregon's leadership in clean and affordable electricity.
I'm incredibly excited about this legislation and the leadership that Oregon has shown. This legislation is going to put Oregon firmly on the path to meeting its ambitious greenhouse gas reduction targets. We're going to raise the bar for clean energy in other states and demonstrate that what we do here in the Northwest can serve as a national model and global model for climate action.
I feel great. This is a good day for Oregon. Passing the clean electricity coal transition bill is going to do wonderful things for the state. It's going to lead to a better environment. We're going to get rid of coal. We're going to bring clean energy into the state. It's going to help our economy, and it's a big step forward on climate for Oregon.
I support this legislation because really a large group of people worked really hard to do good policy for something that matters for the planet, matters for the state, and matters for sustainable energy policy going forward. So it's a great win for Oregon and for the country.
This is our victory lap day. It's a partial victory, but it's a big victory to at least pull the electrical sector into compliance with the state's greenhouse gas goals. And it looks like this will do it certainly through 2040 and maybe through 2050. electric utilities are about 1/3 of Oregon's greenhouse gas emissions. This is in my role as chair of the state's Global Warming Commission. And if we can get 1/3 of them under control, that's a huge step forward. The other thing that most people don't think about when they think about this bill is it's actually a transportation greenhouse gas reduction bill as well. That transportation is our largest single sector. It's about 39% of the state's greenhouse gas emissions. And the only way we get that under control is we convert the transportation fleet from gasoline to electricity, and we're plugging all those electric vehicles into a clean energy grid.
Clean Electricity and Coal Transition Plan is the first in the nation bill to eliminate coal by wire that a state has taken, and it is the largest and most significant state-based legislative victory since the Climate Paris Agreement in December.
We're thrilled with the outcome of the legislation because Oregon's leading again. We're leading on clean energy. We're the first state to go coal-free in the country, and we've really made a commitment to invest in a clean energy, renewable future. That's good for Oregon, good for creating jobs, and good for our economy.
First, it's a relief to be done, to have finally passed it. It was a lot of hard work. A lot of folks came together to make it happen, and it's always rewarding to be a part of that. For Pacific Power, this is pretty groundbreaking. We're a company that has long thrived on trying to have as much uniformity among all the states that we serve as possible, and what we're seeing is a different set of values, particularly in states like Oregon and Washington and California. And for our business to really be sustainable and durable, I think we have to recognize that and try to match our business and align it with those values, and this legislation is a big step in that direction.
I think it's really groundbreaking legislation. It really sets PGE on a path to meet the state's greenhouse gas reduction goals, which are pretty steep and stiff. They're at 80% below 2005 levels of greenhouse gas emissions by the year 2050, and we're going to be right on path to meet that, and that's just huge. It's huge for our customers because our customers want us to be there. Takes us off coal as a power source that's going to serve customers, and really has us doubling down on renewables to get to 50% by the year 2040.